Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jade and today I have a book haul for you guys of the last couple of months that I haven't done a book haul for. I haven't gotten that many books because I haven't gone out and ordered books. These are all books I actually got from clearance, so I went to Half Price Books a couple times. I went to Goodwill. There's only one book that or two books that I bought for full price, but they were still on deals. So it's kind of a fun mix of different books, and I will probably do another book haul this month because it's my birthday month, and I'm hoping that I get a lot of Amazon gift cards so I can get my whole wish list. But I want to catch you up with some really fun books I got. The first thing I want to show you guys is I decided to do book of the month. I've never done a subscription box for a book before, and it's only $10 for your first box. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna get one of the books that I know I'm gonna end up buying. So I did. I don't know if I'll continue doing it. 15 isn't too much for a book to be sent to each month. I kind of think that I should do it because I know that I love getting things in the mail. It makes me super excited, and I know what book I'd pick. I just don't know if I want to do that yet. So it's a thought process. We're gonna figure it out. But for our book of the month, I didn't go with their picks because I wasn't really interested in any of them for the September box. But I went with one of their past books. And it comes in this plastic wrap with this cardboard to protect the book, and there's a little bookmark in it. So we're gonna open it up, and I actually got Descendant of the Crane. Let's look at it. So it just comes with a little bookmark if you want that. And share the love. Get a free book for every friend that signs up through your referral link. Ooh. If you guys want to get a book of the month, you should put it in the comments down below, and I'll put my referral link so I can get a free book. That would be kind of fun. I might put that in my description. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, so it's Descendant of the Crane by Joan He. Look how beautiful this cover is. And so apparently every book of the month has a book of the month thing on it, which is kind of cool. And God, this cover is gorgeous. I love how this book feels. Let's see. So this book, I don't really know specifically what it's about, but I know that I wanted to read it. So, tyrants cut out hearts, rulers sacrifice their own. That's the tagline. So this is about Princess Hasina, who's always been eager to get rid of her responsibilities of the crown, and she wants just a normal life. But then her beloved father is found dead, and she's thrust into power, suddenly the queen of a surprisingly unstable kingdom. What more, she believes her father was murdered, and the killer is someone close to her. I'm only gonna read that much, but oh my God, this sounds so good. I wanna read it now. You guys, you know what's frustrating? I wanna read so bad, but I'm also have so much homework I have to do for my classes that I know that I can't read, even though that's what I would rather be doing because I need to do stuff for classes, and it's getting really frustrating to me. So it's one of those times. But anyways, let's get into more books we've got. I have a library bookstore in my library. My library is actually super nice. I want to show it to you guys sometime. I've talked about that in a video before, but then I got too nervous to show it to you guys. But so I got one of my favorite books that I listened to on audiobook, and I found there. I'm buying it. So I got The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. You guys know that I'm in love with this book. I think it's an amazing book, and I got it for $3, hardcover. It's a good time. If you guys don't know what this book is, you definitely just need to pick it up. It's about this, it tells about this famous actress's life, and it seems like it honestly would be real. From how it's written, I could totally see her being a real person, but she became a famous actress in the early 20s, 30s sort of situation, and it tells her story from the point of view of her 7 husbands. So each husband she had basically was an important part of her life, and it just kind of tells her story through that all, and it's so good. And it actually has some LGBTQ+ rap in here, which is really cool. Actually there's a lot of it, and it's so beautiful. It's a beautiful book. I love it so much. And then actually at Barnes & Noble's I found this book on clearance, Waistcoats and Weaponry by Gail Cardinger. This is This is the third book to the Finishing School series, and if you guys know, this is like one of my favorite series. I finished it already, but I've been slowly collecting them all. I think I'm only missing the purple one now, which is awesome, so I almost have them all. I should put them all together on the shelf, but I think I have all my other ones at my grandma's. I don't have all my books here yet. It's real sad, but I think I'll be getting that soon because I'll be getting a new bookshelf so I can actually fit some of them here. I live in a one-bedroom with my mom, so there's not like a lot of space, but I love this series. It's a steampunk series about a girl who goes to a finishing school where you like learn to be the perfect girl, but you also learn to be a spy. So it's really fun, and I love the characters. They're all just really like, it's like a fun, happy book. It's not one that makes you feel depressed, and I really enjoy that. And then, actually, at my library, I got this the other day because I've been wanting it for forever. I love how I'm peeling all these stickers off now. This is The Absolutely Unremarkable Thing by Hank Green. I wanted to pick this up for a while because I am really interested in Hank Green's writings. I know this book has like a lot of like opinions, and I actually have no idea what it's about, but I think it'd be kind of fun to go into it not knowing what it's about. Have you guys noticed that I'm like going into books not knowing what they're about? It's because I'm caring a little bit more about authors and like going for authors that I know I love. So that's kind of really cool to me. But yeah, I'm excited to read his first book at some point. And I actually love the color scheme of that book. I think it's cool. And then, so my favorite thing to do is I go to Goodwill and I go to Half Price Books and I go to the history section because I really love reading books about history, and I just grab different things every time. So the last time I got Witchfinders, a 17th century English tragedy by Malcolm Gaskill. So this is just about the witch hunt that happened in the 17th and 18th century and like why it started, why it continued, and all kinds of stuff like that. And I think it's so interesting. It's one of my favorite periods of history. I've actually read so many books about like the Salem witch trials, and I think it'd be cool to see it more from in England where it really started. So eventually I'm gonna probably pick that book up. And then I also got The History of the World, The Story of Mankind from Prehistory to the Modern Day by Alex Wolff, which it's really pretty and I like it. And it's just talks about all the important parts of history. I've read a little bit of it, like the prehistoric part, and I think it's really cool because it actually includes a lot of like anthropology, because it's the study of history, and anthropology is about culture and how it changes. So that as an anthropology major, I really enjoy this book because it talks about like the Australopithecus and like the apes that led up to humans. So that's kind of cool. And then I have a huge Goodwill book haul. Actually, I'm going to save those books for last. I'm going to go with this is a book that I got at my library sale, which is crazy because I was going to pay $30 for this book because that's its price, and then I got it for $3. I was like, it was meant to be. And it's The Rules of Magic by Alice Hoffman. All I know is that it involves witches, and it sounded really interesting to me. But it's kind of like about a family, and love is a curse that began in the 1600s when Mara Owens was accused of witchery for loving the wrong man. So hundreds of years later, in New York City at the cusp of the 60s, when the whole world is about to change, Susan Owens knows that her 3 children are dangerously unique. Difficult Franny with skin as pale as milk and blood red hair, shy and beautiful Jet who can read other people's thoughts, and charismatic Vincent who began to look for trouble the day he could walk. So she set rules for her children: no walking in moonlight, no red shoes, no wearing black, no cats, no crows, no candles, no books about magic so they don't get like accused of being witches, and most importantly, don't ever fall in love. I have a feeling all 3 are gonna break that, and I think this just sounds like such a good book. I think I've heard someone talk about it, and from the way they described it, it just was super interesting. And then I went to Barnes & Noble's again, and they were having a big sale for their new releases, so I picked up Nocturna by Maya Matani. And this book is just absolutely beautiful. For one, look at this cover. And it's a book that I've been wanting to read. A faceless thief, a desperate prince, a darkness unleashed. So it's like that kind of book, and I'm excited about it. Should we, oh, look at the beautiful map on the inside cover. I think this has to do with like Does this have to do with people coming back from the dead? I don't know. Magic is 2 things: a knife to hold under the chin of anyone who crosses her, and a disguise she shrugs on as easily as other people pull on cloaks. So she's a shapeshifter. That's why I thought this was interesting. The main character is a shapeshifter, and she hasn't seen her own face in years. Which reminds me of the one character in the Throne of Glass series, which I actually really love her, so I think that's cool. But she gets caught by a powerful mobster and is forced on an impossible mission to steal a legendary treasure from the Castellan's royal palace or be stripped of her magic forever. Oh god, that's dramatic. That sounds good. So I'm really excited for that one as well. And then it's time for my Goodwill portion. I got The Golem and the Genie by Helene Wichter, which is a book I've been wanting to get for a long time because I've heard so many good things about it from a booktuber I really love and my aunt who has like the same book taste as me, and she said I'd love this. So it's basically from the point of view of a golem and a genie who I think are friends, and like I think they like serve a master or something. I don't know. All I know is that it's really good and a lot of people really love it, and it's so beautiful as well, and I do really want to read this at some point too. Isn't that the problem? How you always want to read all your books right away. And then I found book 2 and 3 of the Fablehaven series. This is a middle grade series, and I read the first book when I was in 6th grade, and I really liked it. And then I saw them, and I was like, I'm gonna pick these up because this is a really, really good series, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it would just be fun to pick them up one day. They're not like long reads or anything. They're pretty fast, even though they're really thick. But they are by Brandon Mule, and basically it's about these 2 grandchildren that go to stay with their grandparents for the summer, and then find out that the like huge plot of land that's like a forest and also kind of like a farm situation that their grandparents own is full of kind of like fairy tale creatures, and their grandma has gone missing, and a lot of bad things happen. But it's really, really good, and I'm excited to like get back into this because it reminds me of my childhood. Ooh, the books are almost up to here. The next one I got is The Pillars of the Earth by Ken Follett. This book is basically about an architect that has to build like an impossible thing. And it's from 2 point of views. It's from an architect, and it's from the point of view of the monk who's building, like, they're building a monastery, basically, for monks. And I don't know why, it sounded really interesting because it reminds me of Devil in the White City, where you, like, learn about the architecture of the World Fair, and then there's, like, all the, like, the other stuff that's going on. And I think that's, like, it was one of my favorite books, and it reminded me of it, so I picked it up. Let's see. So The Pillars of the Earth tells the story of Philip, a devout and resourceful monk driven to build the greatest Gothic cathedral the world has known. And then the mason who becomes his architect. A man divided his soul of the beautiful, elusive lady Aaliyah, haunted by secret shame, and of a struggle between good and evil that will turn church against state and brother against brother. So it sounds like a really, like, intriguing book. Don't fall over. Okay. And then I got Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel. I've been wanting to pick this book up for a while because I've just heard a lot about it, and I saw it and I was like, okay, gotta get that. Which this one is about, I actually don't really know. So, a famous Hollywood actor had a heart attack on stage during a production, and it's also night when a devastating flu pandemic arrived at the city, and within weeks, civilization as we knew it came to an end. 20 years later, Kristen moves between the settlements of the altered world with a small troupe of actors and musicians. That's what this book is about. So it's a small troupe of actors and musicians that kind of bring happiness to this world that's full of despair after a huge epidemic by performing old plays. And I think that's really cool. And I'm excited. Oh, and there's like some drama that happens, but we'll leave that for if you guys are interested in it. And then I actually got a book that I've read before. It's The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skoltz, but this is a book that I love. I think it's really important. It's nonfiction, and it's about the life of Henrietta Lacks. It's a black woman who got cancer, and the hospital that she was getting treated by took her cells for sampling and found that whatever type of cancer she has reproduces itself so fast, and they actually sold those cells because, so basically her cells are what we use in cancer research today because they replicate so fast, and they're worth billions of dollars, and her family has never received any of that money, and basically her cells were stolen and sold by the hospital, and they were never given any compensation for them. So it tells the story of this woman's life and also how important her cells are, and it's just a really, really good book. I read it in genetics in high school and I love it. I think it's just really important to read, honestly, and I really think that everyone should read it if you're interested in books like that. And that's the last book I have, but before I wrap up, I want to show you guys something that I've been doing. I started my own bullet journal for reading. I've been wanting to do it just to track when I read better. I haven't done much. I've just done 2 pages, but I started my to be read, so I started writing down my TBR. I have all the books on my desk so far, and then I have to get all my other books, but I started doing that. And then for October, I did my October TBR, and this is what I got so far. I did not do like neat handwriting. That's something I'll improve in the future, but I thought this would be really fun, and I'm really excited to do this. I don't know, but I just want to show you guys it because I'm happy. But I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave me a like down below. I missed you guys so much, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye bye.